The tiny CEO who tried to save our home. Imagine this. You're sitting on the couch, watching a Sunday night football game, and your 7-year-old daughter walks in. She isn't carrying a Barbie or a coloring book. She's carrying a clipboard, and she looks disappointed. It all started because of one tiny throwaway comment. We were at the grocery store, and she wanted these fancy, organic, glitter-infused juice boxes. I looked at the price, $6 for 4 boxes, and I just sighed. I said, "Sweetie, we have to be mindful of our resources. Money doesn't just grow on the oak tree in the backyard." I thought she'd forget it by the time we hit the cereal aisle. I was wrong. 2 days later, I find her in the kitchen, staring at the thermostat. She's got a little stool pushed up against the wall, and she's squinting at the numbers. I ask her, "Whatcha doing, bug?" She doesn't even look at me. She just says, "Dad, did you know that every degree above 68 is basically burning dollar bills? We are bleeding cash." She had a highlighter, a neon yellow highlighter. By Tuesday, she had audited the pantry. I walked in to find post-it notes on everything. The name brand chips, a note that said unnecessary luxury. The fancy espresso pods my wife loves, financial recklessness. She even went after the dog. She sat our golden retriever, Cooper, down in the hallway and explained to him, very slowly, that his premium salmon-based kibble was not sustainable for the current fiscal quarter. Cooper just wagged his tail, but I swear, he looked worried. The breaking point was Wednesday morning. I'm heading out the door, and she hands me a Tupperware container. It's filled with lukewarm leftovers from 3 nights ago. I told her, "Honey, I was gonna grab a sandwich with the guys from the office." She crossed her arms. Her little pigtails were shaking. She said, "A $12 deli sub? In this economy? Use your head, Gary." She called me Gary. She's never called me Gary in her life. I looked at my wife, and she just shrugged. She's been drinking generic instant coffee for 2 days because she's scared of the auditor. That night, I found a spreadsheet hand-drawn in purple crayon, taped to the fridge. She had calculated our monthly waste and converted it into Disney World units. At the bottom, in big bold letters, it said, "If we stop buying the soft toilet paper, we can see Mickey Mouse by July." I sat her down. I tried to explain that being mindful didn't mean we had to live like monks. I told her that some things, like the good toilet paper, are worth the investment. She listened. She really did. She nodded her head, tucked her clipboard under her arm, and said, "I hear you, Dad. Quality over quantity. It's a bold strategy." I thought we were in the clear. I thought the phase of the tiny CFO was over. Then, yesterday, I saw her in the backyard. She was talking to the neighbor's kid through the fence. I leaned out the window to hear what they were discussing. She wasn't talking about dolls. She wasn't talking about Disney. She was explaining the concept of compound interest and why he should be negotiating a higher allowance-to-chore ratio. I think I've created a monster. A very cute, very organized monster. If anyone needs a financial consultant, she charges 2 cookies an hour. But be warned, she will find your hidden Starbucks receipts, and she will judge you. How my 7-year-old daughter became our family's toughest financial auditor.